Welcome to December. December 7th is National Letter Writing Day, and as a stationery company, it's one of our favorite days of the year. One of the most important things that we like to write about are thank you notes. It was drilled into my head as a kid that you have to let people know you're grateful, and there's no better way than a handwritten note. So I'm here with my godparents, and my godfather Mitch is a wonderful writer and is going to give you some great tips and pointers to how to write the perfect thank you note.
Ben asked me to talk about this. I think that there are some things that might seem like minor details that can make all the difference. So first, I'm going to talk about the writing instrument, the pen. I have a really nice Mont Blanc pen that he gave me. For a thank you note, I prefer a gel pen. This one's a Sharpie brand. It gets a nice clean line, and you don't have what you have with some of the pens that drip too much ink, because that's asking for problems. You have limited real estate when you're doing these, and so you don't want smudges to complicate that. Also, paper. You'll see, not in Taylor Palladino products, but in some other brands, there's an attempt to put this coating on them that makes a shimmer. You can feel it if you feel the card and you feel your finger kind of slide a little bit, feels slick. That's a disaster waiting to happen. There are going to be smudges all over that. Taylor Palladino paper is what you want to feel. Drag your finger a little bit and you'll feel a kind of a catch or a grab on the paper. That's going to let that ink go into the card and make a nice clean line for you. Kind of the next thing to consider is what's your card size and orientation. Sometimes I find it a little easier to write in a horizontal orientation. Your sentences can be a little longer. You don't have to be quite as compact. It's really all about what you can comfortably do. But the most important thing, if you write terribly like I do for your penmanship, you make a draft. It's not a one take and done situation. I do it on my laptop. You can practice writing it out on the card, because then you're going to get an even better kind of perception of, does what I want to say fit? One pet peeve of mine is people that they'll write on the first facing page and they'll run out of room, usually because they haven't done a draft, which you're supposed to do, and then they'll flip that card over and start doing it back here. I hate that. Or worse, they'll start with part one and then come back on this side with part two. Don't do that. This is what I would consider a perfect thank you note that I recently received. You can see how her penmanship is perfect. You can see she's only got her message on this one page and it fits perfectly. That's what you want to see. Some people say to me, oh geez, I hate writing thank you notes because I never know quite what to say. It's best not to overthink it. If you're not sure exactly what to put into a note, I like to think about it with a little three-part formula. Something about the gift, something about me, something about you. The beautiful plate you gave me is absolutely stunning. Something about the gift. Something about me. I will look forward to using it for many wonderful dinners. Something about you, the giver. Your friendship is very special to me, and I hope we will remain friends for a long time. The last part should kind of depart from the gift, and it should say something about your relationship. It should say something heartfelt about how you feel about the person that is divorced from the gift. So we've talked about the gift and we've talked about its meaning, but we end with saying something about the friendship, because that's what a thank you note really should do, is strengthen a relationship. That formula does something is it keeps your message brief. And thank you notes shouldn't be terribly long. You want people to hear your message, so be brief, be to the point, be something that people can read to someone out loud. I save old thank you notes, especially those where there's something that I think has been particularly well said, and I'm not afraid, I will plagiarize that. I promise you, nobody's ever gonna find out. And I always tell people this too. For all you folks who are, getting married, having a baby, doing one of those events where you're gonna have to crank out a lot of thank you notes, you can say the same thing in all of them. Get your template right. I promise they will not sit down and compare the exact content of the thank you note. It's really okay. So those are kind of the things, the observations that I've had over the years that have come to me from people that I think write very good, very stylish, very tasteful thank you notes. If you follow them, both the technical things and the content, as general guidelines, and put your own style into it, you can always send the perfect note.
Thank you guys for being here with us today. You understand why Mitch is our own chat GPT, if actually just a little bit better. We look forward to seeing you guys next month. Thank you for being here with us this December. We've got a lot more coming your way. Ben, you want to tell us about next year's calendar?
Yes, so thank you so much for being a part of our journey this year for 2023. As we head into 2024, we've got some great new inserts and a new calendar with all new designs. So we look forward to seeing you next year.
Make sure you open up your January insert this December because it's all about your New Year's Day lunch. So please make sure you check your calendar this year for next year's first insert.